Entrepreneur Show, where you take enlightened entrepreneurs, coaches, and influencers together to discuss cutting edge topics in the world of relationships, culture, business, and spirituality. And here's your host, Miss Carol Boston.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. I obviously am not Miss Carol Boston. She is much more lovely than I am. I am Jeff Purdue Atkins, and you guys, if you've been watching for a while, you've seen me before. I am your freedom Jedi, helping you break free from those default lives that we kind of fell into. I am extremely excited to be here today. I have Helia, Heidi, and Tom, and we're gonna have an amazing conversation. And what I'd like to do first is I would like to have each of you guys kind of introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about yourselves. And because of how I'm seeing you guys, I'm gonna start with Helia.
Yes, sure. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you guys. My name is Helia. I live in Toronto, Canada, and I am a manifestation coach, life coach, helping people to manifest their dream lives, learning about the mind and the laws of the universe. I'm a licensed Bob Proctor coach. So if you're familiar with Bob Proctor, he was a gentleman in the movie The Secret. And he's been teaching this material for over 60 years. And that's what I teach.
Awesome. Heidi.
Hi, everyone. I am Heidi. I am a social media marketing strategist that specializes in social selling on LinkedIn. I work with established online business owners and coaches to talk their way into clients and collaborations.
Awesome. And Tom.
Thank you, JP, for the invite. I'm working with energy instruments. I'm not a life coach. I work with scalar energy instruments. I'm in my laboratory. Perhaps I'll have a chance to demonstrate my instruments. These are Tesla instruments, or 0-point energy. And what's unique about my work, I don't work with people. I work with photographs of people. And I'll get into that as I explain what I'm doing.
Ooh, fascinating.
Yeah. So I guess my first question is, we're all business owners, right? And one of the things that happens as a business owner, what was it like? What was your impetus for moving from being an employee to more of a business owner, entrepreneur? What did that look like for you?
Yeah, so I love this question. I can talk about this forever, for hours and hours, because that was obviously me, as so many of you. I was an employee, 9-to-5 job, and I absolutely hated it, every second of it. And the more I spent time in that company, or even different companies that I switched jobs, the more I was resistant. And it was at a point that my colleagues could see how miserable I was. Like, I could not see myself another day in that cubicle. And I was amazed seeing some people, talking to them, hearing that they have been in the same position, same cubicle for 20 years, and they're waiting for their retirement. And I'm like, just kill me right now. I have dreams. I think like we have so much potential as human beings, and so many of the things that I was doing or other people were doing, robots could do it. Like, you don't need me here. I want to go after my dream and passion. And I was really scared, of course, because I didn't have any business background. I didn't come from a business background family. My parents, my father was like, you're making a big mistake. Stay with your job, keep your pension, your retirement plan. Why do you have to switch things all the time? And why are you not satisfied ever? Just be happy with what you've got. It's amazing. Your income is amazing. Yeah, your income was like 50, 60K a year. It is nothing amazing about that. So anyways, I thought about it for a year. Really, last year was really, really miserable. And I thought, what can I do? The fastest, easiest thing I can have my own business, my own freedom of time and money is real estate. I got my license in real estate. Really super excited. I quit my job. Of course, I could not stay one more day. I had a saving for about like a year of saving. Get my license and just crickets. Of course, the phone is not ringing. Nothing is happening. I'm like, where are all these people that I'm supposed to put in my nice Mercedes and drive around? There's no one is calling me. I had a really, really hard time in real estate, obviously, because I didn't know anything about sales, and I didn't know real estate is all about sales. You have to sell your services. You have to be able to convince people to work with you. And it's very competitive here in Toronto. Anyways, long story short, I got coach after coach, and finally I got a little bit better. I started having a few listings, a few buyers, but really I was like working hard, and the result I was getting was not a match to the amount of time I was putting in. Like I was door knocking and cold calling in winter in Toronto. It was really hard. And finally, one day I stumbled upon one of Bob Proctor's YouTube videos, and they were offering a free event, week of free event, and I joined. I saw Bob a few years ago, back in 2006, I think, in the movie The Secret, but I never took any of his coaching or his programs. So that was the first time. I took 1 week of his program, and then I was hooked. And I said, yes, I'm in. I'm going to take the whole year of his coaching, Paradigm Shift. It was called Paradigm Shift Mentorship. So before the end of the year, like 6 months in, everything started to shift. Not only my real estate business really shifted, and I started becoming an award-winning agent in my office, but also my relationship changed. I, as a human being, changed, like my personality, my character, and I started manifesting. We call it manifestation, but you can call it whatever you want. It's attraction. It's creating your life, designing your life. So things started becoming easier and easier, and I just found myself at some point that I really loved teachings of Bob Proctor, and I found myself talking about Bob Proctor more than real estate with people. And then I knew it's time to switch. And honestly, I was not enjoying real estate that much, because what I'm doing right now is I know now that it's my life mission. It's my life purpose. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So it was a bit of a journey, and obviously I can go into much more details, but eventually from 9 to 5 to real estate to life coaching. And this is all I want to do for the rest of my life. And I just want to say, for everyone who's watching and listening, if you're a 9 to 5 and you're not happy, if you're happy, perfect. But if you're not happy with what you're doing and you have a dream and desire in your heart, it is absolutely 100% possible for you. You just have to be brave and go for it. And you don't need to know all the steps from A to Z. You wouldn't know. Just take the first step.
Truth.
Yeah.
So, Heidi, tell us a little bit about your story. How did you become an entrepreneur? What was the impetus for you?
I actually grew up in an entrepreneur family.
Yes.
Good for you.
I don't make a good employee.
I don't either.
I've tried it. It didn't work. I actually done corporate management for 3 years. It didn't work well. I'm not a cubicle girl either. I'm also not a 9 to 5. I have the ability to, my brain works in a way I can get work done quickly, and being forced to just sit there and twiddle my thumbs and kill time all day long when I'm finished just didn't work for me. I am actually on my 4th business now, so you could almost say I'm kind of a serial entrepreneur. None of them failed. Transitions in life is what happened. And so one was a divorce. That was my multi-6-figure landscape business, which was my first one. And then later in the 2008 recession, when I did get laid off from my corporate job, which thank God that happened, I went in temporarily at that time, I was putting in job applications. I mean, I think all you guys are in the States, right? So you know what it was like in the 2008 recession. It was like, it didn't matter how many applications you were putting in, you were not getting a job. So I decided to, at that point, what can I do? Cheap, easy, get started. I did a house cleaning business, which everybody told me would not work in the recession because it's, quote, a luxury good. But, you know, for like my pregnant homeowner who couldn't bend over, she wanted to clean house, that was not a luxury. And I had a lot of clients like that. That went on for 4 years. And when I had a little accident where I broke my ankle. And so that ended that business because it was quite a recovery time with surgery and everything. And that led me into my third business, which I had always wanted to do, a location independent business. And I wanted a lifestyle that way. And so I started content writing. I've always loved writing. I already had blogs going. I had a food blog going by that point. And I ended up doing content and social media management for corporate for over a decade. And I've been actually in all of these businesses, I've been doing mentoring on the side for other business owners. And I just really wanted to help other people achieve their dream of having freedom in their life and not being stuck in that cubicle and stuff. So I jumped into first business coaching. And now, because I've been doing organic marketing my entire life, no paid ads, no cold pitching. And I was just like, I just, marketing is the backbone of everybody's business. If you don't know marketing and sales, then you're not going to make sales. And so I jumped into the consulting 2 years ago now. Made that switch from business coach into just marketing consulting because I see the heavy need for that. And LinkedIn, which intimidates the heck out of a lot of people, I've been helping people get used to it on the platform and being not corporate professional. We get to show up on LinkedIn and be ourselves, show up as your business. And it's been a really amazing journey. I've done a lot of stuff along the way. Different things. And I just love now that I get to help empower and help other business owners achieve their dream and actually make money. So
Love it. And
Nice.
I can tell you, Heidi, I've actually been to one of your sessions, and it's amazing. Like things that I didn't know about LinkedIn, just
thank you.
because it's just not my native home, you know.
I know. And so many people are have not met a single person yet who was not intimidated in some way of being a business owner coming onto LinkedIn, because they all think it's corporate professional, it's for employees only, and, you know, employers and stuff. But I've had the pleasure of helping so many people get on and find their voice in a way that works for them and authentic, and get rid of that fear of that we've got to be buttoned up, you know, briefcases and suit, tie, that kind of thing. It's been a blast. I love it.
We should connect, Heidi. Some of my clients are from LinkedIn, actually. I'm very active on LinkedIn and I love LinkedIn.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Tom, tell us about your journey moving from, you know, corporate or not moving. What was the impetus for you?
Yeah, I can't say I was ever in corporate America, and thank God. I've always been a researcher, and I've always tried to work on my own. Even though I've been employed, nonetheless, at this point in my life, I work exclusively with my research. I work with what's called Tesla energy or scalar energy. These are some of the inventions that I work with. So in a nutshell, I am an inventor, a scientist, and I work for myself with this quantum healing technique. It's a new science. Scalar energy is not electricity. It's a new branch of physics, if you will. And instead of working with people, I work with photographs of people, and I'll demonstrate how this instrument works. If I place a person's photograph in the instrument is so strong it can send light, a beam of light into the person. So this is a scalar energy instrument, a free energy instrument that's so powerful that it can illuminate a light bulb in my hand. Well, if I can illuminate a light bulb, then I can illuminate the chakras and our brain waves, etc. So with this new technology, we're accessing the quantum field or the energy field of a person. It's not biological. So all of my work is with the new science, scalar energy, in which we emphasize work with energy to force fields, not the biological plane. And with a force field at our reach, we can balance the chakras, we can eliminate pathogens, we can correct phobias, we can deliver nutrients, etc. So this is cutting edge technology. I'm trying to get my information out there to the general public. And to that end, I have placed my website in chat. Anybody in the world can sign up for 15 days of free session. I'll prove to the people that this works. Send us your photographs and I'll treat your photograph for 15 days. And you'll see how your force field reacts to our sessions.
I love it. Love it.
Wow, that's impressive. That's amazing.
Thank
So, what would be some of the top benefits of that, Tom?
Well, I'll explain really quickly. The instrument does what I tell it to do. Now, again, this is Tesla technology. If I hold up a photograph of the herpes virus in the instrument next to my photograph, I'm just working with light. I can download the signature of herpes into my quantum field. The energy will find the herpes virus and then eradicate it, remove it from my body, from my quantum field. So one of the benefits in this technology, there's many benefits. One of the benefits is we can seek out a virus or a bacterium, identify it, and then remove it, eradicate it, or break it apart. And we've had great test results here. This is an example. This is somebody who recently sent us a test result for their PCR test that they claim that they no longer have a viral load for herpes after being infected for years. So the instrument is proving to be very effective in eradicating viruses, bacteria, and restoring people to health, quantum health now.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Leah, I know I'm just going in this circle. I'm like, it's making my life easier today.
Yeah,
So,
it works.
and you guys are also, what I love about this show is that you're also different, right? We get to put here different ideas and different concepts all in the same kind of idea, all in the same show, and it's just amazing. So I really want to thank you for being here and being so open.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Yeah,
So-
thank you.
This is, by the way, this is how I get my information out there. I work alone. I'm an inventor. I'm a scientist. I don't attach myself to a university. I'm truly a groundbreaking scientist. And as such, the best way to get my information out there is by a podcast or sharing information by social media. I need to get the information out there. So this is a great platform. Thank you.
You're welcome. Tom's actually been on my show also, so he was familiar to me.
Yes.
Familiar. So, Leah, with the Bob Proctor coaching, what do you think is, because what I heard from you is that really you started truly excelling in your real estate business based on the methods. What was the number one thing that actually changed for you using the Bob Proctor?
That's a good question. So many things shifted during that 6 months. I learned a lot about myself and my mind, but the most important thing I would say, what Bob and also his mentor Earl Nightingale call attitude. So I was still doing the same things and techniques and strategies. I was still door knocking and cold calling, but because my attitude of, as Earl Nightingale says, attitude of the mind changed, and I started to thinking differently, expecting different results, not just being positive, really understanding how the mind works and how the laws of the universe work, and just shifting my vibration. So I was getting a different result, still doing the same. Like a very tangible example, like when I was door knocking before getting to know Bob Proctor's teachings, I was door knocking in a very stressed, fearful mindset. And I was thinking, I'm knocking on someone's door and I'm bothering them. Are they going to open? Are they not going to open? Are they going to be angry? But when I say my attitude changed after the course, I was still doing door knocking, but I knew that I'm an honest agent. I'm going to help these people if they need my help. If they don't need my help, that's totally fine. I'm going to have a nice conversation. I'm friendly. I'm going to smile, and they're going to be open, and we're going to have a great time. So my attitude, my mindset, my expectation changed. And that was exactly what I was getting. Like day and night, the reaction of people shifted. And so many times I didn't get any listing or any client, but we still had a lot of fun. We had like a good conversation. And sometimes those people called me like 2 years after. They still call me and I'm like, no, thank you. I refer you to my colleague. But yeah, it's a lot about understanding the thoughts that you're thinking and no one is hearing. Your inner self talks are so powerful. You can still do the same exact thing and get different results. And that's why you see two people do the exact same thing in the exact same industry. They get two different results. And we call the one that get a positive result lucky. There's no such a thing as luck. Luck is the known effect of unknown causes. We don't know how that person is thinking, feeling, vibrating, expecting. Expectation is also so powerful. There's another law of the universe, Neville Goddard says, law of assumption. Whatever you assume to be true will be true. Our assumptions are powerful. The mind is like a supercomputer. It's very, very powerful. So I can go on so many things that changed in me, in my perspective, point of view of life, of people, my perception, using my visualization, using my imagination, gratitude. Even when you're going through tough times, it shifts absolutely everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can speak to that. I'm working with a Bob Proctor mindset mentor right now.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, I've been working with her for 4 months, and it is truly amazing, the shifts. And one of the big things she always is reminding me of is design from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, and we've just started the good work of the law of assumption and stuff. And it's just truly amazing, the difference, as you said, in your attitude.
Are you taking Thinking into Results program? Or is it a different program?
It's a 1-to-1 custom program with one here in Portugal where I'm living now.
Nice.
So she's doing some really amazing work. We're doing a lot of amazing work together, and I'm floored with how much difference I've made in the last 4 months just from what we've worked on.
Very impressive teachings. Bob has spent most of his life learning and teaching this material, and it works. It works for everybody. You get out of it the proportionate to the amount of you put in. Yeah, exactly. Keep going. It's an amazing program.
Yeah, I'm up for a year with her, so
good.
Yeah, it's for me, I think it's living into the listening. You will live into the listening of whatever that listening is, and not only your listening, but their listening also. So, I had a client, and before I started coaching, I had a client. I took care of my mom. I was a caregiver, and I needed a flexible job, and I was working for Meyer. And what I was doing is their events. So I was a taster. I was a sample person, right? Probably the best job I ever had in my life. It was easy as hell. I worked for 4 hours at a time. I made stupid amounts per hour. Like really, I was like $25 an hour to stand there and say, "Here, would you like some alcohol?" Like, and I gave everybody alcohol. Like, it was not a bad day, right? No stress, really. Like, it was pretty simple, but it was really because I needed something super flexible for me while I took care of my mom. She had 3 to 4 doctor's appointments a week, right? And I came from corporate restaurants. So my path was corporate restaurants. I started my first business. It failed horribly. My second business wasn't that much better, and I went back to a job. But at this point, I was taking care of my mom, and I couldn't just be in a corporate job anymore. I couldn't do what I was doing before. So this was the perfect solution. When I started coaching, I was in a coaching company, and one of the people knew me outside of this program and said, "What am I going to learn from a sample person?"
Oh, wow. So much.
Yeah. And at the time I'm working in time management and stuff like that. I'm probably one of the best people in the space of time management. Honestly, I'm not trying to brag at all, but people that work with me on time management see 20 to 30 hours a week back in their life that they get to put back in. So they're like, and that's what I was working on is accountability and time management. Like, this is my field. Leave me. But my listening of myself became nothing. And I started not believing in myself. And so it's about the listening, and that's what that is. It's the listening of who you are and the attitude, talk about your personal attitude. It's just it could be a very different space, and you will live into it either way. Positive or negative.
Yeah. And there's always room to grow and to become better and to learn more. Always.
Yeah.
Always. I mean, this has been 5 years now. I'm like, I would never be. This is back in newbie coaching, but
You can always start again and start today.
Right, start today.
Yes. That's true.
Folks, our time is up. Believe it or not. I just want to thank you. I mean, it's been such an amazing conversation, and I really want to thank you all for being here today. I want to go and do one more round and say, how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, so I am on social media all over the place, all platforms except TikTok. So I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and my account is my name, Helia Oghani. Helia, Helia, Oghani, Oghani. Yeah, that's where people can find me.
Awesome. Heidi, how about you? How can people find you?
You can find me on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I'm also on LinkedIn.
Shock!
Heidi Medina. It's quite easy. Just look me up there. Very easy to find me. And yeah, let's connect.
Definitely. And Tom, how do people get in touch with you?
The website's the best vehicle. Scalarlight.com. SCALAR. Scalarlight.com. And upload your photograph, and I'll treat you for 15 days. And then you'll experience quantum healing.
You can't beat that. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you check it out. And you guys can all find me at trueawesomelife.com. I'm also on the Life Coaching Today directory. Make sure you check that out. I really do appreciate being here today. We will see Carol back next week, I promise. And thank you all for being here.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
It's nice meeting you guys.
Nice meeting you. Leah and
Thank
Heidi, we need to I will send you some information so you can be on my show also.
Okay. I love
Yeah.
that.
Amazing.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, Ruba, get us out of here.
Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to Into the Entrepreneur Show, brought to you by Life Coaching Today magazine, empowering your health, your business, your community, your life. Check out the latest issue today at lifecoachingtoday.com. Everyone here at the True Awesome Network asks you to please subscribe, like, comment, and spread awesome.